Hey, what's up everybody watching Vec, and today we have a very special episode with the 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX and this week's Forzathon challenge called Warning! Danger to Manifold! If you don't know why I'm so excited, this week's Forzathon challenge alludes to Paul Walker's Eclipse from the movie The Fast and the Furious. The best part of this week's Forzathon challenge is that this car is only 35,000 credits. It does require you to download the Mitsubishi Motors pack, but guess what? It's completely free. And you get other great Mitsubishi motor cars to boot. So hit that sub button and let's get into Paul Walker's Mitsubishi Eclipse and get these challenges done. Now, slight correction here. I did say it costs 35,000 credits. It seems to cost 25,000 credits. And if you're wondering, wait, why is your Eclipse GSX black? Why isn't it green? Well, as you can see, it just happens to be a little glitch on Forza's side, but it is very much green. And too soon. Yep, too soon indeed. So that is the first challenge completed, where we just have to drive this awesome car. I did already upgrade it, did some tuning myself, and it's really great. It's a fun car. I can tell you that right now. It's a very, very fun car. But let's see what we gotta do to meet this week's Forzathon challenges. So next up, chapter 2, winning's winning. Dominic Toretto's famous line: it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, just make sure you cross the line first in 6 street scene events with your Eclipse GSX. I really wish that drag races counted to this, because that would make the most sense. In that scene, they were drag racing. They were, yes, street racing, but it was a drag race. And it'd be great to see a drag race on like the Edinburgh streets. That would have been so great. Having to drag race while there's traffic around would really immerse you into that street drag race. But let's get on completing those 6 street scene events. But before I do that, I'm gonna tune my car down just a wee bit. I'm currently sitting at 852, and bringing this car down to 800 should make these races that much easier. Okay, here we are with the first race, and I'm pretty sure I won't blow the manifold. Now, the car is actually kind of slow. I had to tune it down to 800 and it no longer has just the spirit that it did before. But I think leaving it at around what it was before would have just... Honestly, most cars would have just dusted this car, but it seems like that's still very much the case. So that means we're gonna have to be our best driver self and really use our corners. Yeah, look at that. Using corners would really get us up ahead. That's how you differentiate the good drivers from the bad. What's the saying? Fast cars go straight, good drivers take corners. Oh, there we go. Now we're in first. No, dude almost had you this time. Now all we gotta do is stay ahead, and we don't even have to blow our car with a shot of NOS. Mostly because we also don't get shots of NOS in Forza. Woo, there it is. Now we got our first win, and we have to do 5 more, which I'm pretty sure it's the most we've ever had to do in any challenge. At least in recent memory, I don't think we've had to do that many. But for the sake of time and not having to do this for too long, I'm gonna pick some shorter ones. So next up, I'm just gonna go with Hollywood Run. It's kind of weird to say. I want to say Hollywood Run, but it's Holyrood Run. Am I saying that wrong? I feel like I'm also saying that wrong. But it's nice and short, and let's get it on. Now, I really wish we would see some of the other Fast and Furious cars. There was a Fast and Furious pack in earlier Forza games, but not in Horizon 4. And we can recreate them. We really can recreate them, but the fact that we don't see them as an actual pack, I think would have been really great, just so we can see them just on the street scenes. Because then we could really get immersed into this challenge. All right, let's take these corners. That's how we're gonna get up ahead like we did the last time. And thankfully, we can be a little aggressive with this car and in the corners. So that's how we get ahead. If you're struggling to get ahead, be aggressive. Be aggressive. There you go. See, now we're in second. Get out the way. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Can we get up ahead? Oh, come on. Draft it. Draft it. And there we go. Ooh. Oh. We lifted up on the front a little bit there. Now, unlike Paul Walker, we seem to have left the competition behind on this one. This is not an inch. This is definitely a mile. Next up, I'm gonna jump to the coastal charge. All right, let's do this. We're not in the city anymore, which kind of takes us out a little bit, but it is a little bit short and really easy looking. Hopefully we can take full advantage of the corners in this one. Now, I keep mentioning the corners because this car does not accelerate too fast, but thankfully, again, as I mentioned before, you can be very aggressive on the corners, and that is where you're gonna shine. Oh, we went off-road a little bit there. Like I'm saying, while other cars have to brake hard, we can just keep going. Even taking some fence with us. All right, we're getting up in front. Some real corners coming up ahead. Oh, we're getting blocked. We're heading into a tree. Let's rewind that. Let's rewind that. Look at that. Just straight getting blocked by the AI. So that means we're gonna go on the inside this time, and there you go. See, that's a lot better. Being the outside, we just got pushed out. Ooh, there you go. Getting up ahead. We do have a little competitor right on our tail, but that's fine. He's not gonna pass us. Okay, that is 3 scene events done. You can easily pick a very easy looking one and do that one 6 times, but I always like doing different races because, you know, it just keeps the game interesting. However, you could also pick a user generated event that just screws up the AI and you just go straight and win really easily. It'd be very fast to do, and yes, it is a legitimate way to do it, but what's the fun in that? But I'm gonna get the next 3 handled and jump to the end. I will see you there. And there it is. Winning is done. Let's move on to chapter 3. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Take your Eclipse GSX down the strip and win 5 drag strip events. For those 10-second or less, you're free. Now, I really don't think the Eclipse GSX can do a 10-second quarter mile. Just saying. But we are gonna tune it and see if we can get a 10-second quarter mile out of it. Well, from here, we're gonna jump to the Horizon Festival drag strip because it is the closest one we have to a quarter mile at 0.2 miles. It's more like a 1/5 of a mile rather than a quarter of a mile, but the other ones are actually much longer than a quarter mile. The Aero Dome is 0.4, which is almost half a mile, and we don't want that. We want to get as close to quarter of a mile as we can. So let's see what our 1/5 of a mile gets us in time. Okay. Oh, and we got an RX-7 there too. Let's see if we can beat it. Ooh, not a bad launch, and we're accelerating pretty quick. Come on, Brian. Come on. There we go. Brian O'Connor does it. And this time we really beat that Mazda RX-7. Okay, so now we know this car can do a really fast quarter mile. I didn't actually check out the time. Let me do it again and see my time. I was so excited, like, hey, there was an RX-7, and then I didn't notice that there was a Skyline there. So yeah, out of my excitement, I didn't check the time. Let's do this again. All right, here we go, round 2, and we got a Skyline next to us. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Once we start getting some grip, we are starting to launch. What's our time? What is our time? 0.9 seconds, 0.9209. Okay, so 09.209 of 8 seconds. Now, if my math is correct, that is not fast enough to do a 10-second quarter mile. Maybe, honestly, maybe 11 seconds on a quarter mile, but we have to do it 3 more times. I'm gonna jump to that end and I'll catch you there. Okay, and that was 5 drag races completed. I live my life 1/5 of a mile at a time because we do not have a quarter mile to do at Forza. So chapter 4 is gonna be a bit of a fun one. It's not how you stand by your car, it's how you race your car. Race with style by drifting as you overtake opponents while racing to earn 5 show-off skills in your Eclipse GSX. You could do this by hitting the e-brake as you're passing. That's one way to do it. Or you can go hard on the accelerator to break up some traction and do it that way as well. You do have your options. But let's find ourselves a race and I'll show you how it's done. Oh, we're getting 2 ahead right here. I don't want to do that just yet. Here we go. There we go. Awesome pass. Show off. There's one. There's another one right there. I do believe. No, maybe we didn't pass anybody. I think I only got 1 this race, so this is gonna take a few. Okay, so in 1 race we got 2. It's actually a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be because we passed the first set of cars really easily, but those last 2 just kept going and we just could not keep up while trying to drift. They just kept getting away from us every time we started to drift. But it's actually really fun having to do that on purpose. Okay, so the other one was proving to be a little difficult to get them since the best corners were at the beginning. The Horizon Festival circuit has nothing but turns, so hopefully we can do it here. All right, the Horizon Festival circuit is 3 laps and it has the little drift track part, and that's almost right at the beginning, so hopefully I can get something here. Triple pass, great pass, clean start. Oh, right there into the wall. We don't have a drift tune for this, so that could be a little bit difficult. Purposely drifting and passing is much more difficult than it looks. You lose so much speed. It's incredible how much speed you lose. Oh, there we go. Definitely drifted there. Show off. There's our 3rd. Our takeoff is incredible. That's all I can say. Our takeoff is truly incredible, but a good takeoff is not enough to really get the skill going. And it does drift. When you really want to drift it, it does drift. Oh, we got another show off right there. I think that corner is actually going to be the best corner to get it because it's a drift zone and you can really cut that corner. You don't have to complete the race. You get it just by getting the skill. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we passed too many cars. Triple pass right there. Warning, danger, manifold completed. See, what I tell you, I've been restarting this raid just to get that corner done. Did I say raid? Race. I meant race. My bad right there. Just the excitement is making me just say other words. Okay, and that was it. Danger to manifold has been completed. Hopefully this helped you guys out somewhat. It does seem that the festival circuit is gonna be the best one to get the drifting challenge done, and it makes sense because you have a drifting zone and you can pass a lot of cars right there. But if you're struggling with it, just keep doing it over and over again. You will get it eventually, and if you're really good and get it in one go of that circuit, show me. I really want to see that. That would be amazing to see. And of course, all the tunes that I used today will be up for download if you want to use those. I will be fixing them up before I put them on, so by the time you see them, they will be adjusted for better performance. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and of each other. Don't forget to subscribe and have a good one.